This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
You're watching News Tonight. I'm Sai Manish. Let's have a look at the headlines. After a string of murders, Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister asked the police to crack down on crime. It's being billed as Tamil Nadu's pride, but look at the danger. These construction workers at the new Secretariat complex are exposed to. AIADMK rebels meet the Tamil Nadu speaker, say they're not crossing over to the DMK camp.
தொடர்ந்து நாங்கள் ஆதிமுகவில் தான் இருக்கிறோம். நாங்கள் ஒருபொழுதும் கட்சி மாறவில்லை. கட்சி மாறணுங்கிற எண்ணமே எங்களுக்கு கிடையாது.
After free color TVs, now it's 21 lakh free concrete houses for the rural poor. The DMK Swap Yatra goes on. Case is registered against Swami Nityanand over a sex video, but his lawyer denies his involvement. And India takes on Spain in a do-or-die encounter. Police in Chennai have registered a cheating case against spiritual guru Nityanand Swami after television network showed him in sexual acts with women. But his lawyer Sridhar has said the man seen in the video is not Nityanand Swami. Earlier in a statement, Chief Minister Karunanidhi had said his government would not be a mute spectator to such behavior by men who claim to be saints. Karunanidhi also urged TV networks not to broadcast explicit footage involving the Swami.
What has been shown in television is a total morphing, and it is nowhere connected with Swamiji, and that is not Swamiji at all. It's a highly it's a crime of cyber which has been highly technically done to tarnish the image of Swamiji.
Well, for all of you who've been wondering why we at NDTV-Hindu have stayed away from the airing of the sex video of Swami Nityanand, here's some more clarity from NDTV-Hindu's executive editor, Sanjay Pinto.
We want to completely steer clear of peeping Tom brand of journalism. And imagine watching this with your family. If there are youngsters at an impressionable age, how would they take it? How would parents be able to view this with their children? So we've taken a conscious decision. We do not want to sit in judgment over what others have done, but as far as NDTV-Hindu is concerned, we've taken a conscious decision not to air those clips. Because there are two ways of looking at it. What was the exact penal offense that could be made out as far as this particular clip is concerned? Of course, now the lawyer of the Swamiji has said that it was morphed and he's denied his involvement. That will be put to forensic analysis, of course. But were these two consenting adults? Was the person involved, the lady involved, below 16, in which case it would have been rape? Was she, in fact, was it a case of the trade? I mean, because the Suppression of Immoral Traffic Act makes it very clear that for an offense to be made out, it should be in a public place, and the person concerned should be making a living out of the earnings of prostitution. Even this was, in fact, not a public place, it was a person's bedroom. And thirdly, was it done under duress? By the looks of it, it wasn't. I mean, it didn't seem like the lady was coerced into doing what she did. So on all three counts, no offense is made out. However, it's very interesting to see the police action here. 420 of the Indian Penal Code, the offense of cheating. Now, on the basis of the Swami's preaching or his claims that he's a very pious and devout man, a spiritual guru, a lot of people may have contributed money to the trust, to the cause. And so, with that legitimate belief, they would have parted with their savings or their hard-earned money. Now, under a legitimate belief that, of course, that he was a good man. So then it's an offense of cheating because you're misleading people. Whether this will stand legal scrutiny is something we'll have to wait and see. But then there is a case, perhaps the legal experts may also believe that it's a case of criminal breach of trust. But what is the evidence they have collected so far to prove this is something that will be interesting. Swami culture is nothing new here, at least in this part of the country. We have all heard of the infamous Premananda case. Of course, the High Court had given the sentence, a double life sentence to him, confirmed by the Supreme Court. It was a case of multiple rapes and murders there by the Swami Premananda. He's now in the Kadalur prison. We've heard of the Kalki Bhagavan case, the real estate, the offences made out there. Even the Kanchi Shankaracharya and both the senior and the junior seers are facing charges of murder, and that case has been transferred, as we know, to the Puducherry court because they feared that a free and fair trial was not possible in Tamil Nadu. The atmosphere was too vitiated politically, at least at that time. So Swamijis have always come under the scanner. It seems almost like it's a profession now. These incidents make one wonder whether this whole spiritual guru kind of thing is a profession, because some of them make it out to be. Perhaps it's a lucrative profession as well. But if you're going to extend this argument, if it's hypocrisy, if he's preaching something and doing something else, celibacy is something that he has imposed on himself. Not being celibate is not a crime. So if hypocrisy is to be viewed as a crime, then I think half the politicians in India can also be booked for cheating.
It's clear as it gets. Clearly, the video wasn't bad taste. Now, a tense day at the office today for Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi. He met top police officials in the state to discuss law and order situations in the wake of the rising crime graph in the city. The meeting was attended by top cops including DGP Latika Saran, ADGP Radhakrishnan and City Commissioner T. Rajendran. Later in the day, Karunanidhi chaired the cabinet meeting to discuss his final stand on involving parties from across the political spectrum on his committee on the Mulla Periyar issue. Meanwhile, the AIADMK's defectors seem to be doing a U-turn on the question of their political loyalties. The rebel MLAs have refuted allegations that they have switched over to the DMK. J. Rajendran and K. Radhakrishnan today met at the Tamil Nadu Assembly. In fact, they met the Speaker today and submitted a memorandum in which both of them have claimed that they are still with the AIADMK. They also claim they've been victimized because of internal party politics.
தொடர்ந்து நாங்கள் அதிமுகவில் தான் இருக்கிறோம். நாங்கள் ஒருபொழுதும் கட்சி மாறவில்லை. கட்சி மாறணுங்கிற எண்ணமும் எங்களுக்கு கிடையாது. எங்கள் கட்சியில் இருக்கக்கூடிய உட்கட்சி பூசலின் காரணமாக எங்கள் மேலே தவறான தகவலோடு இப்படி ஒரு மனு கட்சி தாவல் தடை சட்டத்தின் கீழ் எங்கள் நீக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு மனு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அவங்க கொடுத்த மனு இப்போ என்னுடைய ஆய்வில் இருக்குது. பதில் அவங்களுடைய கொடுத்த பதில் வந்து என்னுடைய ஆய்வில் இருக்குது. பார்த்துட்டு மேலே.
Well, and Karunanidhi is not just making politically correct statements, he's making political statements as well. With an eye on the assembly polls, the DMK has on offer an election swap bigger than anything else before. 21 lakh free concrete houses for the poor. For the 2006 elections, DMK's free color TVs offered to the poor cost the state 2,500 crore rupees. Experts say such swaps only scuttle the state's development.
The DMK has unveiled its great election swap yatra, a promise of 21 lakh free concrete houses for Tamil Nadu's rural poor by 2016. The first 3 lakh houses will be built by the end of 2010 each at a cost of 60,000 rupees. No clarification on how this housing scheme will be financed. No vehement denial that it's a blatant election swap. For the 2006 elections, DMK offered free color TVs to the poor at a total cost of 2,500 crore rupees. In 2011, the stakes are higher. Naturally, DMK has on offer a swap to match.
Experts say such populist schemes would only scuttle the state's development. Despite promising color televisions, the DMK could not win a majority last time. But this time the stakes are quite high. Many of its allies have walked out and the party doesn't want to take any chances. In Trichy with camera person Chandran, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.
Well, coming up next, NDTV-Hindu brings you a not-too-pretty sight of the new Secretariat complex. Stay with us.